My name is Maria Fernanda, and I have the pleasure to present a small introduction what will be the transversal project of the team number 4. The team is composed by Donovan Lara, Diana Cárdenas, America Reyes, Aileen Chavez, and Giselle Duval. We will give structure for a biographies of 7 characters, corresponding at the 19th and 20th centuries. We hope you like it. We begin. He was an English poet and actor. He is considered the most important writer in the English language and one of the most famous and universally literature. He was a poet and plays were already revered in his time, but his reputation did not reach the highest levels until in the 19th century. In the 20th century, his works were adapted and discarded on many occasions beyond kids of artists, intellectual and dramatic moments. Also known as Santa Teresa de Calcutta, she was a Catholic nun who worked throughout her life to work for others. Located in India, Saint Teresa of Calcutta devoted all her time to helping the most disadvantaged and those who had fewer resources on poor or sick people. That is why she was beautiful by Pope John Paul II. Her way of a life and her vision of love and how to live for others made her an example and symbol of Christianity, but also an icon of the struggling English inequalities in the world. After his death, these thoughts and good words were recorded for the story, and still many people kept repeating the move to try to get a better, kinder and happier world. Thinker and leader of Indian nationalism, main seekers of the independence of his country, when known is his story for her passive struggles with which we achieved the independence of India and against the British government. Its thoughts have inspired movements and fed her human rights, civil rights and freedom throughout the world. His phrases and reflections on life, peace and the relationship of people in the world have marked ideologies current. The independence of this country in the framework on extraordinary free love, truth, and humanitarian conception has been his word entitled History of My Experience with the Throne. He was one of the symbols of the political revolution and recent times and champions of the struggles against racism and inequality and for the freedom of peoples and nations. His legend was contracted thanks to the struggles and activities carried in South Africa, which led to being elected president of his country by university suffrage, being to the first president of black race. Here lectures your philosophy and your ideals. They were directed forever through the words with which to try to communicate your messages. True leaders must be willing to sacrifice everything for the freedom of the people. Now whirling as Che Guevara. He was one of the leaders of the Cuban Revolution. The commander was one of the symbols of the disarmed struggle and participated in the creation of the state where he held various positions in the Cuban administration. His ideas incarnate the struggles of the Cuban people and will remain for the story throughout the words with which he announced his message to the people. Many of his phrases have remained in the memory of the most resolute minds. He was an English naturalist, postulated that all species of living beings have evolved over time from a common answer through opposite called natural selection. His theory forms the base of modern evolutionary synthesis and continues a logical explanation that unifies observation about the diversity. The importance of the origin of species in modern biology has eclipsed the rest of the Charles story. Darwin died of heart collapse in his house. He was a military and French ruler, Republican general during the Revolution and the Director French Emperor from 1804 to 1815. For 10 years, he took control of almost all Western and Central Europe through a series of coups and alliances. Napoleon is considered one of the greatest military geniuses of history, established the Napoleonic Code. He issued and the key character marked the beginning of the 19th century and the second evolution of corporate Europe.